Folks, we've got a juicy one for you today. A fresh wave of trade speculation is swirling around the Emerald City, and this time, it's tied to a name you might not have expected, Greg Newsome II. That's right. According to a recent piece from Clutch Points, Newsome has emerged as a top potential trade target for the Seahawks. And when you take a step back, this rumor might have more legs than you think. Let's rewind a bit. The Seahawks, under new defensive coordinator Mike Macdonald, made waves this offseason, but noticeably did not draft a cornerback. That's left fans and insiders alike asking the same question. What's the next move at corner? Newsome to the Seahawks? Let's talk fit. If the Seahawks were to make this move, Newsome would slot into a starting trio with Woolen and Devin Witherspoon, a potentially lethal combination of speed, aggression, and athleticism. But here's the big question. Is it even feasible at this point in the offseason? Let's break it down. Newsome has undeniable upside. A 2021 first-round pick out of Northwestern, he earned all-rookie honors and has played in 54 games over his 4 NFL seasons, with 42 starts. That's not exactly the track record of someone unreliable. Sure, there have been injury hiccups, including a nagging hamstring that required surgery and forced him to miss the final stretch of 2024, but overall, he's stayed relatively available. He's entering his 5th-year option season with a cap hit of $13.3 million. For a player with lingering injury concerns, that's a hefty figure. But for Seattle, a team flush with cap flexibility, it might be a calculated risk worth taking. And here's where it gets interesting. The Browns might not have much leverage. Cleveland's cornerback room is crowded, and with Newsome's long-term status uncertain, they could be looking to get value now rather than lose him for nothing later. Clutch Point suggests he could be had for a 3rd-rounder, but honestly, a 2026 4th-round pick might be enough to get this over the finish line. That's a small price for a team with playoff ambitions. The scheme question: who plays outside? Now let's dive into the football side of things. Newsome has thrived as a nickelback, a role that's become more vital than ever in today's pass-heavy NFL. The only problem? Devin Witherspoon is already one of the best nickel corners in football. So, someone has to move, and honestly, we just don't know yet if either Witherspoon or Newsome can consistently handle outside duties at a high level. But here's the thing. If Macdonald believes either player can make the leap, then this trade becomes a no-brainer. If not, it might be best to pass, looking past the numbers. Let's talk performance. Newsome's 2024 numbers weren't eye-popping. A 112.5 quarterback rating allowed, 63% completion rate, 491 yards, and 4 touchdowns surrendered. But don't let that box score fool you. His 3 interceptions over the last 2 seasons, plus 19 pass breakups, show a player who can still impact games. And while Pro Football Focus wasn't kind to him in 2024, grading him at just 52.2 overall, it's worth noting that film often tells a more nuanced story than raw grades. Newsome isn't perfect, but his ceiling is high. Paired with Seattle's emerging defensive core, he could elevate an already promising secondary. Cap space and contract outlook. Seattle's financial situation makes this even more viable. They can absorb Newsome's $13.3 million 5th-year option without a hitch. And the smart play would be to let him play this season out, then reevaluate. If he stays healthy and balls out, you work on a long-term extension. Final word. If you're the Seahawks and you can land Newsome for a mid-round pick, you do it. Worst case, you added depth and took a swing. Best case, you found your 3rd lockdown corner to solidify a dangerous defense. So what do you think? Should the Seahawks trade for Greg Newsome II? Type T for trade or P for pass in the comments. Let your voice be heard. And don't forget, rookie jerseys are live now at chatsports.com/SeahawksRookies. Get yours today. That's a wrap for today's show. I'm Tyler Jones, and this has been Seattle Seahawks Today. Subscribe now, and we'll see you next time as we track every move leading up to training camp.